What's up, everybody? It's your favorite, last remaining member's favorite nerd, and today we are looking at Age of Extinction Snarl. And thank goodness this is over. But let's look at him. He's actually pretty cool, with the exception of this piece that doesn't really fit in right, but it tabs in up there and expands, and you can do a couple things with that. We'll get into that later. Actually, we'll talk about it right now. It's translucent plastic, and it hinges. And it hinges to there, and it's supposed to tab in the top. Done deal. As far as this fella goes, the head is on it's got some give here for a hinge, which is nice, and then the neck is on a hinge, and then the head is on a hinge. And I would have liked for the head to have been on a ball joint, but it's not, and the reason why it's not is because this jaw is also on the same hinge, and this jaw is pretty fearsome. It's pretty nice. Paint-wise, we got some silver, we got some red, we got some black on the head, which is nice. That's 1, 2, 3 paint apps on one small piece of plastic, which is not par for the course with this company. Everything else, green. We got some black on the green here, black Autobot symbol. Maybe some airbrushing here with some metallic green, possibly. And that's about it. Shoulders are on limited ball joints. You got an elbow hinge that gets you one. It's a ratchet, actually, but it's only a one-click ratchet. And that's it for that. Back legs, you got a swivel and a hinge, and that's it. I don't know why they didn't make this hand fold up into there. It looks like it was designed to, but it doesn't. And you can see the mushroom cat right there for the swivel for the wrist. And it's got hand, foot, and mouth disease or whatever. And then, yeah, the tail does nothing, which is unfortunate. But aesthetically, it is pretty cool with the purple up there and just the overall proportions. It does look pretty cool. It is one of the better looking ones, I must say. Yeah, not a bad unit aesthetically. So let's transform them. Split the tail, take out this. This forms a weapon as well. We'll talk about that in a bit. I'm not really sure how to do this, but how hard can it be? Flip up these legs here. And then this also comes back. This is translucent plastic. I'm trying to be as careful as I can. Split this. This becomes the legs. Fold this down. Fold the foot out. This one's a little bit more involved. Fold this down. Hinge the neck back so that it matches this faux one, which is purely for aesthetics. Fold the foot out. Now, as far as these feet, I'm guessing you've got some options here. You can either use this here as a heel spur to kind of give them some stability, or fold it back, whatever you want to do. Arms, you can fold the tail out to give them that signature snarl look. Fold the bicep around. Fold the hand out. Bring that back, split those up. Those are on pretty tight hinges back there, which is nice. And then epic head reveal. And yeah, there he is. So, articulation wise, head is on a, it looks like it's on a ball, yeah, it's on a ball joint. You just don't get much out of it. And shoulders hinge up because of transformation, so that's nice. And then there's a universal joint at the shoulder, which is also nice. Swivel bicep, elbow hinge, wrist swivel. Same on the other side. My hips don't want to. There it is. Nothing for the waist, as you can see, it just locked in. Ball jointed hips, knee swivel, or knee hinge rather, with a pretty good range of motion, and a hinged ankle that you can double joint to there, and probably get some pretty good poses out of him. Paint wise, you got the purple, which looks nice against the green, kind of Joker-esque, and some silver, some black. Head, you've got you got purple eyes, and then this gray bit. There's some paint on this fella. I'll give it to him. And then accessory wise, you can do a number of things. You can take this and hold that in his hand like that, and slide it down till you have the friction you need, and have this kind of weapon, and then you can open this up and stash that in here, you know, or you can do it upside down, I would guess. And so you can do that number, or you can take this off, take that off, slide that in there like that, and then you can have like this ultra mega axe. You know, and neither option is particularly bad. So now that they're all finished, let's get him with the rest of the Dinobots. We'll look at him as robots, we'll look at him as dinosaurs, and we'll have some final thoughts and get out of here. There's all 7 alongside one another, and you know, they all work together in the sense that it looks like a colorful mess. You know, and it's funny because I often treat real hardcore Hasbro fans like I treat my 6-year-old in terms of art.
Daddy, I do another picture for you.
Oh. This looks nothing like the other 28 you've done for me this morning.
Don't let me catch you throwing it away.
But yeah, I mean, they look like they're a part of the same team. It's just an awfully colorful team. So there they all are. There's the culmination of it all. Just gonna let that soak in for a minute. So final thoughts, he's not my favorite toy ever. That would be a bit of an understatement, but he is possibly my favorite Dinobot, and you can take that for whatever you think it's worth. I'm not sure that it's worth a whole lot. But the transformation's kind of fun. The Stegosaurus mode is pretty cool, and then this mode isn't hateful, but it still suffers from the same kind of problems. It has a hard time getting out of its own way, but not as hard as some of the other ones like Sludge and Slag, or whatever his name is. But he's got some of that issue going on with that stuff on his back, and then the arms and so forth. Aesthetically, I can't believe they included that faux head so that it looked symmetrical when you had him standing like this. That's really, there's something to be said for that for Hasbro. That's not par for the course. If the wrist hinged out, it would probably make posing him a little bit more entertaining and easier and possibly fun, dare I say. You know, overall, it's kind of, unfortunately, it's just more of the same. But within those parameters, it's pretty good. So for those keeping track, for the bad toys of the AOE line, it's pretty good. I'm not even sure if I'm the best person to be asking about this line, because this line has now caused me a bit of grief. My daughter, my 6-year-old daughter, was a huge fan of Transformers, and she was totally a fan on her own accord. Like, I never pushed any of this stuff on her. She just saw it, it resonated with her, and she got into it. She loves the Dinobots. They were her favorite characters, Grimlock being numero uno, and outside the Dinobots, maybe Soundwave. But I mean, she knows more than most people know about G1. She can name you the names of the Terracons and the Computron characters. I don't even know the names of the Computron. You know, she was in love with it. And she got super excited that the Dinobots were going to be in a movie, and we saw the movie, and she was less than enthused, let's say. So this movie is kind of a scar both on the fandom and on my family life for me now, because, you know, it was something that we enjoyed together, and now my 6-year-old daughter is doing daughter things. She's into Frozen and My Little Pony and Shopkins, which I try not to judge, but good grief. Anyway, hope I was able to be unbiased enough and tell you he's pretty good for what he is. He's just not enough for me. Maybe he's enough for you. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Until next time, take care.